We would like to thank We would like to thank Eretmis interns, and we would like to thank our sponsors. I would go ahead and mention our sponsors. We'd like to say thank you to our partners and sponsors. Of course, Eretmis Inc. is our main sponsor, and then we have the S4K and also CompTIA authorized partner, and of course ADDI. We would go ahead and for our facilitators for this program, and as you are all aware, it's been 8 weeks of hard work, 8 weeks of sleepless night, but it's all worth it. And so our facilitators for this program of our own Dr. Emmanuel Edu. I wouldn't want to go through all those. But I would jump on to, he is a former United States Army captain. He's a member of the Forbes Technology Council. He's the CEO of Eretmis Inc. He is the founder of Eretmis Academy, a former professor of University of Maryland Global Campus and Central Texas College. So this is our facilitator. For the overview of the internship programs and the timelines for the program, this program started September of last year, 2024, and we have worked hard. Our interns have worked hard going through projects using cybersecurity frameworks like the CIS controls, version 8, NIST CSF, and CIS RAM, and many more to help us secure the IT infrastructure for one, the S4K Inc. and also ADDI. Our interns conducted risk assessment of all of these organizations' security postures. They conducted third-party risk assessment for organizations. They set up an incident plan program, response program for these organizations as well. We, first of all, for the first week, we went through onboarding and introduction to cybersecurity GRC, where we went through overview and importance of cybersecurity GRC and introduction to the internship program. And we also had the opportunity to meet the companies, which is our sponsors. The first week was governance and policy frameworks. It's the first project that was interns conducted. They reviewed and assessed these companies, which is ADDI, and then the company's cybersecurity policies were introduced to cybersecurity governance framework. For the second week, we conducted risk management, identifying and assessing risk. We conducted a comprehensive risk assessment for our assigned companies, and we used by using the risk assessment methodology tools. We also, on the third week, conducted compliance. We were taking through compliance, which is legal and regulatory requirement for these organizations. We did a comprehensive review of the compliance review with the cybersecurity regulations. We were also tasked we were taking through cybersecurity laws and regulations. On the fourth week, we went through security architecture and controls. We went through projects such as security controls, effectiveness evaluations, implementing security controls and architecture best practices. The fifth week, we went through incident response management, where we were tasked to conduct a robust incident response project. We developed and refined the incident response plan, incident response strategies, and performed simulation exercises. On our sixth week, we did security setting baseline for our assigned companies. We use cybersecurity frameworks to set a security baseline for our companies. And on the seventh week, we conducted third-party risk assessment or risk management. This we assessed and managed third-party risk associated with our vendors and our partners. On the eighth week, we did cybersecurity audits and assurance, where we conducted a cybersecurity audit, including third-party risk assessment, and also audit principles. Using audit principles, we conducted effective cybersecurity audit. On the ninth week was cybersecurity awareness training, and on the 10th week, we're taking through job placement assistance. On this note, we would like to receive a message from our main sponsor, Eretmis Academy. Thank you. So for the Eretmis Academy is a cybersecurity training institute based in New York. Eretmis Academy has trained over 3,000 students all over the globe to become cybersecurity professionals. Our catalog of courses as follows: cybersecurity entry-level course, the best training for absolute beginners who want to start working as a cybersecurity professionals in 6 months or less. There are also certification courses such as CISSP, CompTIA Security Plus, CISA, CYSA Plus, and many more. Payment card industry data security standard, which is the PCI DSS training, PCI specialist and expert. We also offer programs such as AI governance and specialist training, cloud security training, specialist training, cyber hands-on training as well, and cyber job placement assistance will help you find a job if the need be. And how to get started. Of course, you have to email directly www.eretmisacademy.com. YouTube, link is Eretmis Academy, and Facebook is also Eretmis Academy. On this note, we will go ahead and invite our guest speaker, who is Miss Bettina who is a cybersecurity manager. If Ms. Bettina is available, we would like to introduce her. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So I'm really honored to be here again, to be a guest speaker on Eretmis internship graduation. It's been truly an honor, basically, to celebrate everyone here today for your incredible milestones in your journey. So not too long ago, I was right where you are now. I was an intern, very eager to learn, nervous about what came next, but excited also about the possibilities ahead. So today, as a cybersecurity manager, I can tell you with confidence that this is only the beginning. Cybersecurity is a field that never stands still. Every blizzard day, there are new challenges, new threats, new opportunities to grow. The knowledge and experience you've gained during this internship have laid that foundation for you. But the real learning starts now. The transition from an intern to a professional comes with its own set of challenges. You will face real world incidents, high pressure situations, and evolving technologies. But here's the good news: you are ready. All of you are ready. Remember, cybersecurity isn't just about technical skills. It's about problem solving, curiosity, and resilience. The best professionals in this field are the ones who never, ever stop learning. Ask questions all the time, stay updated, build relationships, seek mentors. And most importantly, always, always believe in your abilities. I won't say the road ahead will always be easy, but I can promise you this: it will be rewarding. You are stepping into a career where your work matters, where you will protect systems, data, and people. And that is something to be proud of. So go out there, be bold, be curious, and make an impact. Make Eretmis proud. Make Dr. Edu proud. Make all your mentors proud. Okay? The cybersecurity world needs all of you. Congratulations, and I can't wait to see you all and all the things you're going to achieve. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for such an incredible remarks, Miss Betty. We appreciate that. On that note, we will move on to our second guest speaker, Mr. Michael Yaboa, is GRC specialist at Gentiva Health Services. Over to you, Mr. Michael Yaboa.
Yeah, good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, good
Yes,
morning,
we can
everybody.
hear
So,
you.
okay, yeah, so I'm Michael, and I've been with the Eretmis family for about 3 years. Yeah, so and I was in your spot, exactly 3 years ago. So I actually graduated from the internship class as well in 2022, around this time, and I've been working since as a GRC analyst, right? So just like Bertina said, we know we've been there. We know what you guys are going through, and we know how, what effort, what resources you guys have put into this, to get to where you are. And definitely you've made the right choice, right? So the one of the ways for us in the diaspora to change our life's trajectory is to actually take a step, right? And you guys took the right steps in making sure to go through this internship with Eretmis, right? Because as we always say, there is a lot of folks out there, right, that will actually lie to you, come up with stories about how their course is going to do A, B, and C. But then once you enroll, you're going to realize, no, I'm actually not getting what I need to be able to survive, in the real working world, right? But definitely for us, we can speak to what Arithmetic has actually provided to you guys. And we are sure that whatever, you've gone through, the hardship, right? The countless hours, the effort, the work you've put into this internship is actually going to pay off, right? And also, to be real with you guys, like you just completed the easiest part, right? Now comes the hardest part. And the hardest part is actually going through the job application process and going through the interview process, right? As I always say, the easiest part is actually once you get a job, doing the job itself is easy, right? Because you've actually been through, you've seen it, right? May it be policy review, vulnerability management, third-party risk management, right? Training awareness. So all these things you guys have been through, right? You've been through it. Maybe you've not done it on a higher level, but on the job, on the job site, you guys just going to be doing that, right? With more frequency and and on a higher level compared to what you did with Arithmetic, right? But you've actually seen how it gets done. So definitely you have an advantage, right, when it comes to the job market. Guess what? A lot of people, right? Like it's pretty basically easy to go and to come up with resumes, create a resume without actually having experienced what you guys have experienced, right? So you go to a job site, they want to know what you can do for the company, not the theory. Nobody cares if you can define what encryption is, right? If you can define what business continuity is or what is a disaster recovery, right? They want to know how can you manage an area or a function or a domain if you get a job as a GRC analyst, right? So can you manage the company's third-party risk management section or area? Can you manage vulnerability management for the company? Can you manage policy review for the company? And guess what? You've done it, right? So, as I said earlier, this is going to be the hardest part. Easiest part is going through the course, doing the internship is all fun, right? But this is the hardest part. And for this being the hardest part, this is when, you have to show your strength, right? Your fortitude and make sure that you never give up, right? So, going through job applications, it's going to be a lot of no's, a lot of we are sorry, we are moving on with somebody else, right? But it's a learning process, right? So whenever you get those emails, you can go back and see, okay, what did I miss? Maybe I didn't tell out my resume the appropriate way, or I made mistakes, maybe tailoring my resume to the job description, right? So there is always, room for improvement, which is what I'm trying to get to. So don't let the no's, right? The no's, or we are sorry, we are moving on with somebody else, break you down, right? But for most of us, I personally went through maybe between 15 and 20 interviews, right, before I was able to land my first job, right? So it's going to be a lot of no's initially and a lot of, we are sorry, but just keep on applying, applying, applying. Definitely it's going to be the hardest part, but you guys are, I think you guys are actually in a better position, right, compared to some of us who graduated in the earlier years, right? Because you have a lot of Eretmis students who are actually working in the industry, right? Who you can reach out to. So feel free, right, to reach out to me. You have Bettina, we have many more. And most of you who have been on Cyber Chat, you know how many people we have currently working, right, in the industry who you can reach out to. So definitely you guys are in the right place. You've been to the right, the right course. And definitely this course has equipped you, to be able to function once you land your first job. And just for the few seconds, just give you guys a little idea about what I do, so that way you can relate to basically what you've gone through the internship, right? So like currently for me, I do manage as a GRC analyst. I manage all cybersecurity or IT policies when it comes to security policies, right, for the company. Guess what? You've done that, right? I manage our third-party risk management, right? So from onboarding and offboarding vendors. I manage that section or that area for our company as well. As a GRC analyst, guess what? You've done that, right? When it comes to vulnerability management, I manage that area as well. You've done that, right? DLP policies, that's the data loss prevention. So I'm just trying to, bring you guys, take your mind to the fact that don't be scared. When you get an interview, don't be scared to take an interview. Because guess what? Always repeat to yourself, I've done it, right? And then whenever you have an interview, feel free to reach out to any of us. I know Dr. Du is there, right? But it's a one person, right? But you have a lot of people who have actually gone through the internship course who are actually working out in the industry. So, like as we always say, feel free to reach out to some of us, and then just make sure that you keep the application going. So I think that will be my advice, right? This is the hardest part, but it's the hardest part. Once you get through this hardest part, you're gonna see the payoff, right? So just keep going, never give up, just keep applying. And if there is any doubt, just feel free to reach out to any of us who were previous students. So I think that's my encouragement for you guys, right? So just keep it going, and hopefully we'll hear great things about you guys, and let us know how everything goes with the job application as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. That's such a wonderful word of encouragement to us, and it's good to know that we have all these support for us to fall to. So, thank you. On that note, we would go ahead and receive a message from our past interns, Mr. Michael Enim.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
You're great.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's an honor to get to come on here and encourage all of us. So I also went through the internship. Actually, I did the entry-level course and then also went through the internship. I was a member of last year's May group, and then we graduated in, I think, August or September. So we went through all that you have done, and I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Now, I'm here just to share with you what I have learned and how it's helped me through the application process. Although I've not landed in a job yet, but it's been a good experience. So I just want to share a few things with you. Now, first of all, I want to say that stick together. The groups that you have made, don't get out of the group. Continue to meet. In our group, we used to meet like 3 times during the internship in a week, but we narrowed it down to once a week because we want to make sure that we don't overburden each other. So we meet once a week. We discuss tricks and tips that we have discovered in our application processes, in our interviews. So we share ideas. I remember there was a time one of our friends said, "Hey, I'm not getting any interviews. Is there anything that I'm not doing or I'm doing wrong?" So he shared his resume. We went through it. "Oh, I think you can add this. I think you are missing this. I think you can take this out." And lo and behold, the next week he came back to them and said, "Hey, I have an interview." So it speaks to the fact that when we meet together and share ideas, we can move on. So to sum that part, I would say don't go it alone. You may be able to do it, but it's easier when you do it with somebody, with a group. Another thing that I've also learned is at least I have one person that I work with always. That okay, I have an interview. I call her. I say, "Hey, can we go through some questions?" So like she will grill me and ask me questions, and it's been helpful. She does the same thing. "Hey, I have an interview, Mike. Can we go through that?" And then I also grill her. So we pull up questions and, we ask each other, and it helps us. I also want to say that make use of Dr. Du, his expertise and his availability. Dr. Du is just an appointment away. Just go on the website, book an appointment, and Dr. Du always show up. I can tell you, last week I had an appointment with him. I forgot. Dr. Du called me, and so Dr. Du is always available. And why is that important? You do that before the interview. So Dr. Du will give you pointers. Okay, look at this area, check on this, get this information ready. So that way you are ready for the upcoming interview, and it's been helpful. What else? Not only Dr. Du, like Michael that just spoke, Michael Yaboa, and other mentors, get in touch with somebody that you can feel comfortable with, and then you ask for help when you need it. So all I want to say, the internship gives you the foundation, the necessary tools and the skills to not only do the interviews, but beyond the interviews, you'll be able to do the work. So I want to say that it is possible. Why is it possible? Because we have the foundation, the skills, and the tools. But for a little hitch, like right now, I should be telling you that, hey, I have an offer. I almost got one this week, and just from zero to a senior GRC. So I can tell you that it is possible because I went through several interviews all the way to talking to the VP and all that. But Michael Mills once said that interviews are subjective. You can do very well, but sometimes you don't know what the person is or the people are looking for. So like Michael said, don't blame yourself too much for missing out on something. Just keep on. And I've also realized that the more applications you do, the more interviews you do, the better you get at the process. So it's always a learning process, and you get to know more. So I just want to say congratulations, and don't give up. Keep at it. Quitters never win, and you only win if you don't quit. So just keep it up, and thank you all for the time.
Thank you very much, Michael. We appreciate these practical tips that you have provided, and we appreciate that because that will be really, really helpful in situations where we don't think that we are alone in the soup, or we are alone in a particular situation. So we appreciate that word of encouragement and assurance. Thank you. We'll move on to the next on our agenda, which is a presentation of certificate of completion. On that note, we'll be calling on the group leaders for each group, that's Diaspora Care and then ADDI. But we'll first of all call on group leader, which is myself, Abina. And so I will call on Kamala, who is the assistant group leader, to introduce the group. Thank you. Kamala, if you are on, please take over. If it's not, I'll call on Jeffrey to introduce the group for us. Thank you, Jeffrey. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Abna. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is with great pride. Excuse me, let me turn on my camera first. Yeah, it is with great pride and excitement that I introduce an incredible group of individuals who are my fellow GRC interns in Diaspora Care. Over the past few months, we have worked tirelessly, gaining hands-on experience in governance, risk, and compliance, tackling real-world security challenges, and strengthening our expertise in cybersecurity frameworks. This journey has been one of growth, collaboration, and resilience. We have learned from each other, pushed our limits, and emerged more prepared for the ever-evolving landscape of risk and compliance. None of this would have been possible without the guidance of our mentors, instructors, and the unwavering support of our teammates. I would like at this moment to take a moment to recognize the individuals who have taken on the leadership roles in our group, Diaspora Care. And we want to celebrate these individuals. Our group leader, our own Mrs. Abina Mensah, and the assistant group leader, Mr. Kamla Uboni Theodore, Team A leader, Mr. Abimbola Oladeji, and Team B leader, Mr. Olanrewaju Orobiyi. Alongside our leaders, every member of our cohort has played a vital role in making this internship a success, and they deserve special mention. Tolu Oyebanji is one of us. Abimbola Oladeji, Abina Mensah, Samuel Abonjua, Komla Ugboni, Jeffrey Gelly, myself, Omodele Kadri, and Olarewanju Orobi. Together, we have built not just skills, but also a network of professionals who are ready to take on the challenges of the GRC industry. To our mentors, and she deserves a special mention, Miss Bettina Quartin. She comes anytime we call her, and we want to say thank you to Miss Bettina. And our trainers, of course, special mention to Dr. Emmanuel Edu for his excellence in educational strategies that he put us through. We really are coming out us with flying colors. And everyone who has supported us, we say thank you. And to my fellow graduates or graduates, congratulations. This is just the beginning of an exciting journey. Let's celebrate this milestone together. Thank you all.
Thank you very, very much, Jeffrey, for introducing Team Diaspora Care. There are some awards here that we nominated some individuals for, and I'd like to go over that before we welcome Group ADDI. We saw here that the most helpful interns, Mr. Bimbola Olaji, Jeffrey Gelly. We have the most active interns, Omodele Kadri, Jeffrey Gelly, and Abina Mensa. We have the most technical knowledge interns, Jeffrey Gelly and Olawarju Oribi. And we have the most valuable interns, Abina Mensa and Jeffrey Gelly, and the most resourceful interns, Jeffrey Gelly and Omodele Kadri. Thank you very much. On that note, I'll call on the group leader for ADDI to introduce the group.
Thank you, everyone. I'll be sitting in for our group leader who is unavoidably absent. So this morning, I want to thank everyone who is here to support us in this graduation ceremony. I want to thank most especially Dr. Adu for the technical handling of this internship program. Team ADDI is graduating with very few candidates, although we started with quite a huge number, 11 of us, and today we're having 6 of us graduating from this group. All our 2 group leaders are dropped on the way. Guys, I want to let you know that this internship is not a joking matter. You don't come here to play. You have to fasten your belt. If you don't do it, you risk dropping on the way. And we have tried, we have done it, and we are seeing the results coming. I want to thank you people immensely. Thank our mentors. Thank our core team, Diaspora. We had a healthy competition, which made us work hard, at least to achieve this goal that we are celebrating today. So I will start by introducing our team members. Can you go back to the slide, please? So our group leader, he took up an active role as a group leader. He was not initially a group leader. He's unavoidably absent. Is John Sake. John Sake is our group leader. He contributed enormously for the success of this group. And next is Peter Okun Johnson. Is also one of our group leaders. He contributed technically to the success of this group. Thank you, Peter, for your contribution. We have Juan. Juan is very resourceful. Juan Enongeni, she's very resourceful. Each time that we are looking for a document, Juan is always ready to present that document to us. Thank you, Juan. Next. We have Jerry Mentor. Jerry is not here today. Jerry, are you there? Jerry was one of our interns too. He had a lot to offer in terms of hands-on experience. Next. And then here you have myself, Marceline Binglo. I don't know why my name is not appearing. Thank you, Dr. Adu, for what you are doing. This internship is top-notch and is compared to none. Thank you so much. We have Jones Ike. Thank you. So we also, some of our group members are going to receive awards in these categories. We have the most helpful intern is myself, Biglo Marceline and Jerry Mentor. The most active intern, we have John Sake and Jerry Mentor. The most technical knowledge intern, we have Joan Enongeni. The most valuable, we have Peter Johnson, and we have John Sake. The most resourceful intern, we have Jones Ike and Joan Enongeni. In fact, please, this is all about our group. So thank you very much. And we are happy that we are graduating from this institution and we are going out there to face the challenges of practicing what we have learned here in the various companies where we shall be employed, because I know we're going to get those jobs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too for that assurance of hope to for us to get into the job market out there. So I appreciate that. Thank you. We would now take a message from our September cohort. If anyone is ready, our group will take a message from a few of us. I'll start with ADDI, if no one is volunteering. Our September group, ADDI September group, if someone can volunteer and give us a message, what your impressions were, what you learned, how this has helped you, the practical experience you've had and all of that. We'd like you to share your experience.
There's no one from my group? Nobody from ADDI, please, Joan.
I raised my hand. Sorry, maybe she is.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead, please, Joan.
Yeah, my experience with Eretmis Academy on the GRC internship program has been a very, very satisfactory one. Even though it was so demanding, especially towards the end, that I felt like giving up. Dr. Adu made it so easy and user-friendly that I'll recommend the program to anyone who is planning to build a career in cybersecurity. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Joanna. Who else from ADDI? At least we should have one more person from ADDI. Any hands raised? All right, then we would
sorry, we're just two of us who are present.
Looks like, so I'm looking through to see if there's anyone. It looks like we are just two of us. Maybe I go in again just to say, like I earlier said, thank you, Dr. Adu, for taking us this far. We are proud that we joined this internship program. And thank you to all our mentors for helping us go through this program. And I would say that anybody who joins this program and fight to go through it will not regret it. When I came in, I did my training elsewhere, and I thought that I knew GRC. But when I joined this internship, I discovered that I knew nothing. I equally started from scratch with all the projects that we were doing. And now I am proud to say that there are certain projects that if you wake me up from bed, I can be able to discuss end to end. So guys, I would just say, if you are still out there and you're waiting, now is the time. If you want to join this cybersecurity family, now is the time to come in. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's such an incredible experience, and we appreciate that so much. We would take maybe two people from diaspora care as well. And I would share my own experience. And this has been incredible experience for me, especially with the hands-on experience with, some of the, seeing some of the reports like SOC 2 Type 2 report for the first time. Even though it was really hectic, I was mostly, I work in the evening, so I was mostly at work, but I am able to join the team. It was hectic. It shifted, my sleeping pattern and all of that, but it's worth it. I appreciate the opportunity Dr. Edu has given to all of us to experience this that way, makes it easier. And with it makes it easier, even with interviews, you are very confident, because of course you have gone through the project. And so even if you're waking from your sleep, you can describe this project in interviews with ease. And I appreciate that experience. And I'd like to appreciate all my team members. We've all been hardworking and incredible in this team. And so thank you. I'll pass it on to whoever is ready from Diaspora Care. We'll take two more people, please. Yes, okay, are you on?
Hey, Abena, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I spoke already, but I was suspecting one of ours to speak. So, but if maybe whilst I speak, somebody is getting ready. So let me use this opportunity to thank Dr. Du so much. The role he played in this, in helping us through this program is so immense, and we want to say thank you to Dr. Du. He said something on the very first day that we met with him, and I will never forget. And I think that was what has guided me through this program. He said, it's not an easy program, but what you put in is what you will get at the end of the program. So in my whole life, this is the time, this period of this program is a time that I've never slept so well, because hearing Dr. Du says what you put in is what you get, I was ready to put in my all. And so, most of the time I go to bed like sometimes the latest will be 2 after meeting with my group members. And it really, really has paid well, because now at the end of the program, all these things that we went through are the things that they are expecting us to produce when you get into an interview. And you can also realize that at the interviews, the same things that we have learned are the things that they are asking. So it comes to emphasize the same point that if you learn very well, you will be able to succeed. And then I also want to thank the group members. Again, we had a support structure in this group that we are like each other's keeper. And we were correcting each other, straightening each other, and that has helped us to stay together till the end. Yeah, some people dropped off. Only one person dropped off. One person didn't actually start with us at all, but we stayed together, and it paid so well. So I would recommend this program to everybody that I speak to. I'll tell them, if you are able to challenge yourself, you will make it. And once you are able to go through the program to the end, definitely you will make it to the job market. So I thank all of you. And also, again, I want to say this briefly to my fellow members in the ADDI group that we really enjoyed the run that you gave us for our money. We always enjoyed that time, and we will never forget, and that will keep pushing us to the limit. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. We will take one more person from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I talk now?
Sure. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, I have to put to a gas station. I'm on transit. I'm so sorry, and the journey is unavoidable. So, my name is Abimbola Oladeji. So, I want to first of all thank my team members for the cooperation that we had during our internship. I thank Team Diaspora, ADDI. They have been challenger LD1. It's sometimes you need to be challenged, to do what you're supposed to do, because if you don't have that challenge, you think everything is good. Sometimes when they present, we learn from them, and I think the feeling is mutual. And again, I want to thank our mentor, Dr. Adu. He has been a very, very technical, like the first speaker in ADD, I said, I forgot her name, I'm sorry. I learned somewhere else too, and I thought everything was good. But on getting to this internship, I realized that there are a lot in GRC, cybersecurity, and so far so good. I can say, because at least now we are getting called, we are getting interview, and things are, So I just want to thank everyone, especially Dr. Adu, for this initiative, and I want to thank my everybody on this call. Seeing whether we have spoken together or we have never spoken together, seeing you guys doing well is a great encouragement for us. And thank Bettina because she always show up for us. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Abby. And on this note, we'll go ahead and take a message. Oh, do we have one more person? Do we have any hands up? Okay, then we'll move on to take a message from Eretmis Academy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for everyone showing up to support our graduating interns. We appreciate your time, early morning. And for our interns, this would have normally been at a time where ADDI and Diaspora will be fighting on who is going to take the trophy for the day, right? But you are at the point where, you are the masters of the game now. You've been able to go through the whole entire program and, to the finish. And like Jeffrey rightly said, this, looking from the outside, you might think this is easy. I mean, yeah, do these projects and then just move on with your life. But it's not that easy. But it's doable, right? And the only people who stay till the end are the ones who are really going to gain from it. We've had instances where we had like we've had 2 or 3 interns. They were halfway, and just with what they got halfway, they got jobs, and some of them just decided, you know what, I'm good, and they've still been on the job up to this point, right? So even if you do 1 or 2 or 3 projects and you give it your all, you are going to gain a lot. So it's not easy. All the late nights, time from your family, time from your own physical demands, your sleep time and all that. But it is really worth your time, right? It is going to pay off. Now somebody is eventually going to be paying you for all that time and the hard work that you put into this. And what you've acquired is for life. This is a skill and knowledge that you've acquired for life. Even if you don't want to use it in a professional setting to work, you are more conscious and you know how to protect yourself when it comes to the cybersecurity space, right? So I really appreciate everybody on here supporting us, and then the interns. Congratulations on the hard work that you've done so far now. But what I always tell all interns is that you are at the top of this mountain. right? But at the top of every mountain is at the bottom of another mountain. So you are all the way at the top, but now you are looking up and there's another mountain. So you're at the bottom of that mountain, and the next mountain is to, land your first cybersecurity job. So, but now the good part is you have all the tools and everything that you need. You have the support. Everybody's cheering you on. So it is up to you to have that confidence in yourself. Like yesterday during Cyber Chat, there was a question that we were deliberating on that, why should we pick you over everybody else? That question is not really about, I have the skills, I have this. That question is really like they are just simply, or they are just simply testing your confidence, right? Are you better than everybody else that we are interviewing? And the answer is a big yes, right? You are. That is how you should be able to. That is how you should be thinking. You are better than everybody who is applying for the job you're applying to. So if you go to an interview and they're asking you, if they ask you why should we pick you over everybody else, what they're asking you, in other words, is are you better than everybody else who is applying for this role? And that should be a big resounding yes, right? So have that confidence in yourself. Apply. We are here to support and to make sure you are going to scale this next mountain. For this, even if you are really bad at interviews, you just have to do 1 or 2 interviews and you're going to catch up on, your confidence will come back. And mostly, if you know your stuff already, there's going to be some nervousness, but that is knowing your stuff is always going to help you put that aside, right? So if you don't know what you're talking about, you can be all confident that you can be as confident as you want, but you're just going to be talking nonsense, right? So, and when you do land the job, there is no single intern who has landed a job who comes back to us for help to do the job. Nobody, no single person, and that is 100%, more than even 100%. Anybody who will reach out, Michael, Bettina, and everybody else, right? It is going to be about something about office politics, and they are doing this and they are doing that. And there was one time, I think it was Frank or somebody reached out. They are sending out, emails for like responses for an assessment they were doing, and nobody was responding. How should they go about it, right? That is just how to play around and do the office politics thing. But for such situations, we are there to help, right? But nobody, and they don't come back and ask for help in terms of technical, like how to technically do their job because of what they've gone through, right? This prepares you for almost every situation that you're going to find yourself on the technical side, on the blue side of cybersecurity, right? Especially the GRC side. So I encourage everybody, the momentum that you have now, don't let it die out, right? It's like you are running a marathon. It's 10 miles, or you are running like a long distance run. It's 10 miles. You are at mile 4, right? Or now you are at mile 8. Everybody now is at mile 8. The momentum that you've got it, right? When you started off, it was tough. It was difficult. Breathing was not, but if you get to a point where everything is going to smooth out, and then you get to the point where, you have to also struggle a little bit and push. But now you're at a point where you're almost there. If you stop for anything, you slow down the whole entire momentum. Now, when you stop and you're starting again, it becomes a bit tough. So the momentum that you have, like Michael Anim said, don't let the groups just die out. Keep the groups together. Do your job placements together. So if you have an interview, you should have a sparring partner, right? Somebody's going to go through actually the questions. As a team, you're going to discuss. If you go to an interview, record your interviews, come back, play it to your team, break it down, dissect it. Okay, what could you have done better? There's something that you might not have realized, but somebody will pick up on, right? So that is really going to help the groups to grow and for everybody to land a job in the shortest possible time. You can ask Michael, his group. They're like the ones that's are still working together. I think there's 4 or 5 of them. They are all doing interviews and going all the way to the last, like to the 3rd or 4th final stage, right? I think like Michael went to the final stage, and I knew Michael was going to get that job, but I think it was about like rescheduling or time. when he had to reschedule, and then they came back and said, oh, they interviewed somebody else. So, he was the best candidate, but, they are hard pressed for time. So they are moving on with whoever they got, right? Which I really think they had somebody already, somebody, who has a big say, had somebody else in mind, but they were just going through the motions. But everybody else who interviewed Michael, they loved him. They knew he was the best candidate for the role. And why is that? Because of what he went through, right? Because of all the projects he's worked on, right? So, and Michael was here today to encourage you, to let you know, hey, what you've gone through really works. This is what is being sought after, on the job market. So I will encourage everyone, start applying. Don't give yourselves all the excuse in the world. Somebody will say, hey, I want to go back through all the materials. I want to be really sure of myself. No, you are sure of yourself now. Apply, right? Because application plus, like in that process, you are also going to be learning, right? Applying and preparing for interviews. That will force you to dig back into the books, go back to your projects, right? To polish up on it. So that is a very great part of the whole entire learning process. And then interviewing and seeing what they are looking for and what you have, that is also going to really help you to polish up on areas that you need polishing up on, right? So I'll encourage everyone, don't let the momentum die out. Keep the groups together. You can reduce your meeting times to maybe once a week and hold yourselves accountable, because everybody came through this to eventually land the cybersecurity job. So don't finish and then just go back to your comfort, zone without actually finishing what you started, right? But if you are still staying together as a group, then Jeffrey is bringing an interview, Abina is bringing an interview. You are the only one who is not applying, right? That will kind of push you to also start applying and start pushing. So that is going to be my word of encouragement for everyone. And then also the last key thing here is, if you are going to an interview and we don't know about it, you are so wrong, right? You are so wrong. You should reach out. Let us know, hey, I have an interview coming on this day. We help prep with you. If you're applying and you're not getting any responses, reach out, right? The funny part about this is when everybody is starting off this program, they know where to find us and they know where to find information and how to book an appointment and talk to Dr. Edu. But the moment they are done, for some reason, they don't even know where to find anybody else. Like anywhere, right? We've had an email, and I think that email, we probably have to put it in, like a glass. The lady was saying her daughter enrolled in the program, she was done, and nobody is there to help her. And I'm like, well, before she enrolled in the program, whom did she talk to? Right? What contact did you use? So why don't you go through the same process? And during the internship, did she even graduate from the internship? Because we say this every single time throughout the whole internship graduation, right? And if you can't find any of us, right, everybody's hiding, you find us on Friday night cyber chats. So really, if anybody comes up with, oh, I couldn't find anybody, it's just, you are just being, I will use cybersecurity terminology, malicious, right? So kindly reach out for help. Kindly reach out. The only help you're not going to get is the help you don't ask for. And Michael and everybody else on here, when we say we are there to support you, it's not just a marketing gimmick. We really mean it, right? If you make an appointment with Dr. Edu, and even if I miss the appointment, I'm still going to reach out to you one way or the other to find out what is going on, what do you need help with, and point you in the right direction, either, redirect you to Frank or somebody else if the need be, right? And there's a lot of resources here for you to tap from. Whatever role you are applying to, somebody else in the Eretmis community is in that role, working in that role already, right? So last time, I think Jacqueline or somebody had an interview. The role she was going to, like the interview for, Dennis was doing exactly the same role for the past 4 years. Just linked her to Dennis. Okay, you guys should link up, do the interview prep. Easy peasy, right? So kindly ask for help, ask for help, ask for help, ask for help. And to find us, you go to the website, there's a link to make an appointment, there's a phone number, there's a WhatsApp group, there is, no limit to the number of ways you can contact us. So I encourage everyone, do not let this die off, use the momentum you have right now to get into the application process as well. That is how we are going to get results in the shortest possible time. So congratulations once again. Appreciate everybody and all the hard work that you put into this. And I can't wait to see the different roles that you are all going to get in. So I'm going to hand over back to Abina.
Thank you very much, Doc, for that wonderful remarks. On that note, we'll move on to closing remarks from our interns and attendees. We'll take two from the interns and two people from the attendees as well. So whoever is ready, raise your hand and let's give you the mic. Thank you. At least for interns who have not said anything today, we want you to give us remarks.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. This is Bettina again.
Thank you.
So I've spoken before already, and Dr. Edu has said it all. The interns themselves have said everything. And I just want to lastly say that I am super proud of you, all of you. I'm extremely proud. The reason why I'm saying this is that some of you were even talking about the fact that you all started and some people fell off. The fact that you were able to go through with this whole internship it tells me how determined you are to come into the world. And like Dr. Edu talked about, I haven't seen any intern who has landed a job that has gone back to Dr. Edu to help him on the job. And it's really true. So be proud of yourselves. Be proud of everything that you have achieved, the great foundation that you have achieved in this internship. And always don't be scared. He said it all, but I'm saying it because I have experienced that part as an intern and a professional now, and I've gone through the whole interviews, applying for jobs, and all that. Don't give up. Don't be lazy on that. Even if you have to make like 20 applications in a day, do it. Because you don't know the company that will be calling.
It's time to close. 1 hour.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you, Bettina.
I am so sorry. I'm not sure what happened, but I couldn't hear anything again. Yeah, so basically, all I was trying to say is that make the effort, do the work, apply for jobs, do it like a crazy person. And anytime you get an interview, give it your all, your 100%. Okay, and anytime you need the help, we are always there to help you out, to guide you through the interviews, through the job applications and everything. And I know that with God on all of you, your side, and with the work that you've put in through, you are going to succeed. Thank you very much.
That's awesome, Bettina. Thank you very much. We'll take one more person.
I think Augustine. Please go ahead, Augustine.
Yes. First of all, congratulations to the graduates. I am not part of your group. I am part of the current interns. But to be honest with you guys, you have inspired me so much this morning. It is good to know that the journey you are starting, people have gone through it and succeeded. It is really motivational. I just want to say congratulations. Nothing good comes easy. I know that it takes a lot of sacrifice, and I believe that those of us who are in the current class, we put in our best, and at the end of the day, we like to be at your position. Happy that we have gone through it. Thank you very much for your inspiration, and I wish you all the best in the cybersecurity world. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have anyone else?
I think Geoffrey has his hand up again. So kindly go ahead, Geoffrey.
Yeah, I will be very, very brief. This is to all my group mates and then ADDI group members that it looks like the journey has come to an end, but another journey has started already. And that is, we don't expect to come here on Saturdays anymore. We don't expect to meet in our groups on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays anymore. So all that time should be channeled towards applying, refining our resume, and applying, getting the interviews, and also be fine, be okay with the rejections. I tell you, I have already been into about 8 interviews and got so many rejections already. And it looks like I'm getting used to it. So sometimes they normally send those rejection emails in the middle of the night. So you wake up in the morning and they say, yeah, we are happy that you want to work with us, but unfortunately we are moving on with somebody. So the more you apply, also know that the rejection is part of the process. So the more rejections you get, the more assurance you are also getting that you are going to get a job. So I would implore all of you, the work now ahead of us, or the journey is applying and getting into interviews and actually finally getting that job. So congratulations to all of you. And we are still around. ADDI sometimes try to join our group. We meet only on Thursday evenings. So if you need to join us for refining resumes and talking about interview questions and all that, please join us. Thank you all, and I wish you God's blessings in your efforts in landing that job. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. If we do not have any more hands up, I would at this point go ahead and
I just want to say something.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Abby again. So I want to thank again the entire Eretmis Academy. Thank you for providing this environment that foster learning and innovation. And thank you because this is a community. If Dr. Adu is busy, I can call Michael, I can reach out to Bettini, I can reach out to people in ADDI, I can reach out to people in diaspora care. It's not what you can buy with money. You can have your dollars, but you can't buy this network of good people. So I want to thank everybody, and this is the brain of Dr. Adu. Thank you so much for this opportunity. The experience I gained, particularly, you will know yourself, and I knew where I was in October, and I know where I am right now. So I'm very confident. I know, like Dr. Adu said, that you can do 2 or 3 interview or 4. At the end of the day, you master it because you know what you want to do. Forget about the accent. That is what I mean when I talk about the Indians, with due respect to them, the Chinese. They don't care about anybody's accent, but they know what they are bringing to the table. So, and this bringing something to the table is what we got in this program. And thank you so much. God bless you.
You.
Thank you very much, Abby. Do we have any more?
Yeah, I think Michael has his hand up.
Michael.
Yeah. Just one more thing. Yeah, very, very quickly. So I just want to, leave one thing with this internship class. So basically, and that's one thing, I always try to leave for every internship class, right? So don't stress yourself too much about the tools, right? Because I know most often once people graduate and they're looking for jobs, I get excuses like, but I don't know how to use, this tool or that tool. So, I'm hesitant, with applying for jobs, right? Just imagine you were able to do, go to the internship, able to do everything without any software, right? Unless maybe they do have you guys, using software that I'm not aware of, but just to let you guys know, like the way you were able to basically go through the internship without using any GRC tool, that's the same way that, go towards applying for the jobs with that mentality, right? Because at the end of the day, the tool just helps you make the job efficient, right? But all the GRC areas can be basically managed without a GRC tool. So don't be too worried, right? And always know that once you get on the job site, they're actually going to. So like for the tools that every company has, it comes with on hours demand, right? So basically they have an expert from the tooling company that's actually going to help anybody within the team who needs knowledge about how the tool works, right? So don't be too worried about the tools. Companies are not really interested if you know how to use all the tools or if you know how to use the tool that they are currently using, right? What they want to know is that you know how the process, right? You know how to manage the functions and the process, right? When it comes to policy review, you know how, to manage the process, what it involves from A to Z. Same for all the other areas or all the other domains, right? So I just, always like to leave this with internships, right? Internship classes. Don't let the tool be what prevents you from applying for job because nobody actually cares, right? We buy the tools come with expert hours and they can always train you and teach on that. So just focus on understanding all the various areas that you went through the internship, which is the most important thing, and that's what they're going to be actually asking you guys on the interview, right? Nobody's going to open up a tool and be like, walk me through how you do this within the tool. So it's just something little that I want to live with the internship class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much, Michael, for that, because it's good you mentioned that, because sometimes those are some of the things that we concern ourselves about. Like, I don't know how to use this tool, I don't know how to use that tool, and all of that. But thank you, for letting us know that. It's okay. I mean, we'll be taking through some training and all of that. I appreciate that. If we don't have any more hands up, we'll go ahead and give the vote of thanks. Looks like this morning the thank you has been enormous, and we appreciate that. So first of all, we'd like to thank Dr. Edu and Eretmis Academy for putting together this community and giving us the chance to all be on this platform and experience this incredible trainings that would help us with our future aspirations and hope. Thank you, Dr. Edu. And thank you to our partners, ADDI, and also Diaspora and CompTIA for being supportive of this training as well. We'd like to thank our guest speakers, Bettina, Michael, and the other person. We appreciate you so much for your word of encouragement and for being there for us, for giving us the assurance that we can always fall back, fall on you for support, for help, to be able to succeed in this journey. I'd like to thank everyone who attended this morning's ceremony. We appreciate your time, your Saturday morning, being here and celebrating our grad ones. We thank you. And just in case you're thinking how to reach out, please, it's www.eretmisacademy.com. If you like to reach out and start your journey of becoming a cybersecurity expert, you are welcome. Finally, I'd like to thank our interns. You have put in such an incredible sacrifice, and we pray and hope, and together with the hard work, we believe that we all these times and sacrifices will pay off. Thank you all. God bless you. And this is the end of the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great and wonderful weekend. Thank you, Abna. Awesome emceeing, and congratulations to everyone. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and have a good weekend.
Thank you.